Rainbow logos more than welcome on Major League Baseball uniforms. Displays of faith, not so much.
3 players for the San Francisco Giants getting a warning from the league for writing Bible verses on their hats. Genesis chapter 9, verses 12 through 16, which reads, God said, "This is the symbol of the covenant that I am drawing up between me and you and every living thing with you on behalf of every future generation. I have placed my bow in the clouds. It will be the symbol of the covenant between me and the earth. When I bring clouds over the earth and the bow appears in the clouds, I will remember the covenant between me and you and every living being among all the creatures. Floodwaters will never again destroy all creatures. The bow will be in the clouds, and upon seeing it, I will remember the enduring covenant between God and every living being of all the earth's creatures."
The warning from Major League Baseball, quote, "The writing on the cap violates our rules, and consistent with normal practice, we have warned the players about future violations." Joining us now, the Big Weekend Show co-host Tomi Lahren and pollster and strategic communications expert Lee Carter. Tomi, there have been instances in the past, and Brian can go into them, where writing on the uniform was acceptable, but not here.
Yeah, Dagan, and let's just go back to the whole theme of these things and why these pitchers, I believe, chose to do this. It's because perhaps they didn't want to advertise LGBTQ on their cap. Now, that doesn't mean that they're anti-LGBTQ, but perhaps they have traditional and conservative beliefs or Christian beliefs that would make them not want to advertise those things on their ball cap while they're playing baseball. And to go into just baseball and sports in general with these pride nights, listen, if sports teams want to have special nights, if they want to have pride nights, okay, whatever, do it if you want to do these things. But to have the players be forced into participating or celebrating something that maybe perhaps they don't agree with is ridiculous. It's divisive, and where division doesn't need to be in sports. And now the MLB coming out and saying that they've given a warning to these players that perhaps what they're doing is a violation. You put these players in this position, and now you want to somehow penalize them for pushing back. It's just a whole bowl of wrong. The players don't want to be in this position, and that's how we got here.
Lee, why do you gotta force people to celebrate something? If you force people to celebrate something, they're not celebrating. They're just complying. And Major League Baseball seems to not know the difference. How about just not forcing them to celebrate?
I mean, that would be one option. But the way that everybody's reacting to this whole story is really what's making me crazy. Because these players didn't go out there and express judgment. They didn't reject homosexuality. They didn't say that they were protesting it. They didn't choose, a verse from Leviticus, or they didn't go into the Romans verses. They chose Genesis. And they talked about where every living creature on this planet is living because of a promise that God made to us. It's a beautiful sentiment. It's not anti anything. I think of all the verses they could have picked, it was the right one. They didn't try to combat anything. They literally just said, this is what the rainbow means to me. It's a symbol of hope. It's a symbol of God's promise to me and all living creatures on earth. And so why this would be a controversy is really beyond me. And Brian, to your point, we know that there's many other times where players have put things on their uniforms and not gotten in trouble for it. So why this? It seems like a faux controversy. And actually, I think that the baseball players here chose the right verse, and we're really trying to send the right message.
But because Major League Baseball has made an issue out of it, Tomi, it's going to blow up in the league's face yet again.
Yeah, and that goes back to my original point, Dagan. Why do you put your players in this position to begin with? Why do you have them advertise something that has nothing to do with the sport that they're being paid to play? Expressing your support for LGBTQ or celebrating who people choose to sleep with has nothing to do with the game of baseball, which is what they are there to do. So you've put these players in this position. Now there's a controversy, whether they're pro-LGBTQ or pro-Christian. Now you've put everybody in a situation where they have to explain themselves, where they have to apologize, where people get mad, get angry. It's needless. Just end this. Don't put your players in this position when it has nothing to do with their job.
When they moved the All-Star game from Georgia because of the Jim Crow 2.0 voting law, and it actually caused voter turnout to go up. Moved it to Colorado, where the voting laws were more restrictive.
Lee, sports are supposed to bring people together. Sports, stop doing divisive things. That's it, isn't it? Last word.
That's absolutely it. And you know what? The bottom line is the American people are tired of it. And the American people know what the sports are all about, and they don't like these things being forced down their throats.
All right, Tomi, Lee, great to see you guys. Thanks for joining us tonight.